Well, having updated you on the markets, let's come back to our theme of the week, as it were. It's the 19th birthday week for us. And we have another very special guest joining us. In fact, we're going to have a lot of special guests this entire week. Joining us now is Prashant Tripathy, Senior Director and CFO at Max Life Insurance. Good morning, Mr. Tripathy, and thank you very much for joining us in what's a very special day for us. First for me is actually a question on your growth. I was looking at the share of business coming from Axis, and it's fairly substantial, well over half. Can you tell us what is the strategy for developing your proprietary distribution? Is the Max New York Life tie-up going to help at all?
Thank you and good morning. Very pertinent question for us. Axis Bank is a very valued partner, and they have been over 50% for many years. Additionally, we have started to put focus on our proprietary channels starting this year, and we have seen reasonable growth. For the first half of the year, our own channels have grown about 33%, which is higher than the average growth of the company. And we are hoping that in 3 years' time, we will like to take the share of our own channels to upwards of 40%. In that genre, what we are trying to do is to invest in our own channel, which is the agency, and from about 205 offices, we are hoping that by the end of, or by the middle of next year, we will have close to about 350 offices. This accelerated growth comes on the back of not just investments, but focus on agency and trying to develop it further. As you know, our agency already is quite productive. And to facilitate that, we've gotten into a relationship with New York Life and its officials who are going to come and work with us, specifically in 2 or 3 areas. Agents recruitment and training, and also look at the overall leadership development. We are also going to be in a relationship with New York Life to create some co-branded material as well as training programs, which will help expedite the growth of our own channel. So really, all hands on deck. We are trying to grow our own channels along with the strong performance that we see with our bank partners.
Okay. Prashant, hi, good morning, and thanks for joining us on the show. I was just going through your presentation for the first half of the year, in which, I noticed that your AUMs have gone up by about 17% now at 56,000 crores plus, and your private market share has also gone up by about 90 basis points, now at about 9%. What are the targets by the end of the year?
So we hope to maintain the growth trajectory, actually on the growth rate, which is the key driver, which finally leads to the AUM growth rate. Let me first give you the response on market share. So we're hoping that we will continue the growth trajectory. For the first half of the year, we grew our annualized premium by about 26%. As you know, second half generally is the stronger half, not just for us, but also for the industry. So we are hoping that we'll maintain the trajectory and retain the market share. On the AUM growth, actually AUM growth for us is usually more superior than other people because of our strong performance on retention, customer measures, and persistency numbers. And with the ups and downs of the market, we have historically seen that we'll grow our AUM by about 20% every year. So my sense is that our AUM growth by the end of the year will continue to be very strong in the range of about 17 to 20%.
Okay. Prashant, the next head of Axis is going to be, a man practiced at insurance, very good at insurance. Do you see a change in your tie-ups? Do you think they get more ambitious? How do you think it will evolve, the relationship?
This relationship is about 8 years old, and we have done remarkably well in that channel. We have concluded or completed about 10,000 crores of new sales. We have about 24,000 crore of premium that we received. And across all parameters of a strong bank relationship, I think the Axis Max relationship has excelled. With the new leader coming on board who has great experience of running a good life insurance company, we are more hopeful that the value of Max Life Insurance as well as the value of this relationship will get further impetus, and I'm hopeful that the trajectory of our growth will go further up.
Okay. Are you facing a lot of competitive pressures, especially in the segment of group insurance, because you have a pretty low focus over there?
I think the market in general, life insurance market being a retail market, is competitive. So, it's not just a question of group, but I must say our focus on individual business usually and typically has been more than group business. Across the board, we're more focused on doing the individual business. We see group business as important, but equally we believe that building the individual business is a long-term thing where the organization will continuously remain focused.
Okay. Any inorganic moves?
Of course, we will be aligned to the market opportunities, and we will look for opportunities of inorganic growth. We did try, we were strong contenders for one of the opportunities that came our way. And we are on a constant lookout for appropriate opportunities. Of course, when we look at any opportunity, distribution capability in that organization will be the key determinant on why we will go forward. Equally, we are also very aggressive in looking at new partnerships, especially with bank assurance, opportunities that come in the market. So the answer to your question is yes, growing inorganically is a core part of our strategy and will remain focused there.
Also, in the presentation, you do mention that the new business margins have gone up quite a bit. You're sitting at about 20.4% now, which is a 230 basis points bump up from what you've seen earlier. What's leading to that, and what do you think a realistic assumption for the second half would be?
That's a good observation, actually. And I must say, being the CFO, I've been seeing the business for many years now. And the first half of 2018-19 has been perhaps the best first half, where across all the parameters, Max Life Insurance has done very well. In addition to growth, we have a very strong focus on building up the protection business. And you would notice that we have taken our share of protection business in the individual category higher, because of which, despite making investment in our own channel, we are seeing an upside on our new business margins. It's correct, it's gone up to upwards of 20%. And we are hoping that by the time we finish the year, we will land up somewhere between 21 and 22%, which will be a good improvement from where we were last year.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Prashant, thank you very much for joining us on what's a very special day for us. And here's wishing you all the very best as well.